Gonna work? Is it working? I think it's working. Check, check. Hey, hey. What's going on? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. What's going on? So we doing a live. That's how I'm about to end the 2024. I decided I'm about to just get on live real quick and chat. So I was texting one of my folks and I asked them like, what was the biggest lesson that they learned for the past year? And now I want to talk about that on the live. So I'm about to try to reflect on the year live and see how this goes, see where the conversation goes. I don't really got a plan. I didn't write down like the bullet points before doing this. I'm kind of just freestyling. But the biggest lesson I'll say. Let's start off at the beginning of the year. Uh, say around January. Um, I had just released Aminata, and it's funny, kind of in similar places. As far as like where I'm at. But I'll say this: it's always the same. I was around like family, good people, and it was fun. And let's approach the first lesson, right? The blessings that you receive and the opportunities that you gain early on in your 20s or like early on in your adulthood. A lot of them are going to come from your community and the people around you that see where you're headed. So when I say that, it means like in your field or in your walk, for the things that you choose to pay attention to, and for the things that you choose to like actually put energy into, you'll have the people around you some will believe, others they might want to watch first to see you like, you know, you got to show, you got to show why, the effort is also deserving, or why you're deserving of their effort as well, in your walk. But anyway, the opportunities that you gain, these opportunities are to be respected, and you have to, the way you show the person that's helping you that you appreciate it is by coming as your best version, right? So, what does that mean to me? That kind of means like if you had to watch yourself back, after making the choices or going through whatever the cutscene was, the moment you like play it back, you have to be proud of what you've done so much that you know that there was nothing else that you could have done to be you in that moment. So, and for me, the way you do that is by being 100% in and paying attention to whatever it is that you're trying to, achieve on your walk. So that was the first lesson, right? Appreciate the moment, but appreciate it by showing up as your best version and knocking it out of the ballpark. And even if you do fail, right, when someone is gifting you with an opportunity, let's say you come up short, but allow them to know within your efforts that you were trying your hardest. I have wood. What's going on? I wasn't looking, man. I was just I was kind of talking. I was talking. What's going on? I have wood. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, I subscribed. Thank you. But I don't see any likes yet, so make sure you like the video, comment if you hear my voice, subscribe. Let's try to get us. You subscribing got us to 500 subscribers, so thank you. We're now at 500 subscribers. Uh, let's try to get to 1,000 by March. So anyway, to continue. So yeah, I think that dropped first, and then what happened, next? I'm gonna always go off of the music time period because that's what the YouTube is for. It's to promote the music and also to promote like, the artist behind the music. Uh, I usually do these talks, one to, it's good to document where you're at. A lot of people, and listen, I get a lot of sly comments and stuff like that. "Oh, I wouldn't put my business out there." Shut up, okay? I don't have, I don't have the the backings of a major record label to like generate money for me, and all I have to do is record. Okay, I record myself. Okay, I don't go to studios anymore. I haven't done that in a long time. I'll say this: I'm open to it. 2025. There's actually a studio in DC, High Life Studios. Those guys. They've looked out. I've been to their facility a couple of times. And shout out to those guys. That those are people that I'll trust to record. But to get back on topic, I'm not the individual that like I have the 500,000. For you to push and da-da-da-da. I don't got all that, bruh. What you're seeing is pure passion. And having a good team of people around that like push the vision. If that makes sense. So that being said, you don't you don't like I'm not coming from a place of like a huge backing. My community is my backing. The people that I speak to, maybe not on a daily, but the people that I talk to that hear from me, I hear from them. We're the ones that look out for each other. And nobody in my immediate circle is like major record label, we're not doing all that, bro. We all regular people just trying to make shit shake. But I said all that to say, right? As you're going in your walk, right, you'll continue to see patterns, and these patterns are going to lead you either further down in your walk or down a wormhole, right? And that will lead me into my next topic, or like the second thing that I learned this year. You gotta peep the patterns, okay, and you have to see them for what they are. Um, at the end of the day, you're gonna have things that you're supposed to ignore, and you're gonna have things that you're supposed to take heed to, if that makes sense. So you said, hold on, let me read the comments. You said I made a video using one of your songs. Oh, I'm about to go check out the channel. I didn't see that, Pepsi Cola. So I made a video about you. Oh, well, thank you so much, Pepsi Cola. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. So look, um, where was I? See, uh, the patterns that you face on a day to day, these things are there for a reason. They're there to guide you. They're there to, if you're using an example, there's a book called The Alchemist, and they talk about omens. That's that book's way of um, explaining that dynamic, right? That's how they articulated it. Omens being the signs in life that lead you to your next decision, right? If you can't identify when you're getting those blessings or like hints that are supposed to lead you from A to B, then my friend, those patterns are going over your head. You're a dunce. You don't want to be a dunce. You want to be somebody that is receptive to growth. And the only way you can be receptive to growth is to see to see the patterns for what they are. Also, or well, leading into the third thing that I learned this year, don't run from the pain or the struggle. Pain and struggle is how you get that growth that you're looking for. Young Obi-Wan Kenobi. That growth that you're looking for, I can talk, from the perspective of a guy, a young man. The growth that you're looking for is behind all of that. the pain and struggle, right? Not running from that will cut you and grizzle you to a whole different like being. When you decide to face it like head on, when you decide, you know what, like, yeah, this path is crazy. Yeah, I'm going through it, but I'm gonna just bite down on my mouthpiece and I'm gonna just throw this combination and see what happens. Something gonna hit. Something gonna land. Like I'm a draw. I'm leaving here with something. Shout out to Denzel and the Gladiator. Uh, Uno Fini, I believe he got a placement. The producer that I work with, and I think he got a placement with Godwin, the artist. They're in Nigeria, grinding and hustling over there, and that's crazy. Denzel like is a big inspiration, and then like obviously the folks I work with, Uno's one of my bigger inspirations. Like you don't know how it feels to have a producer like a Uno Fini that I could just call and rap to. Tell him like, oh man, I'm going through this, I'm going through this. And he's just like, yeah, bro, don't worry. By the way, we're both Virgos. You hear me? So you know, you already know what that means. That's why. First of all, that's why the music is so good. If you hear Uno, if you hear Uno before my voice kick in, just know like or numero anything like that. If you hear anything like that, just know that song gonna torch, and it's not gonna be fair either. And it's not because of anything else other than the placement that Allah placed. Just having like-minded individuals. The rest of the team as well. Mojo, everybody. But see, I got a little sidetracked. I got a little sidetracked. But anyway, damn, what was the third? I was on the third one. I said, hey man, we're gonna go to the fourth. What was the fourth thing we learned this year? Because I'm not about to sit here and then be hell no. I'm gonna make myself look crazy. I'm gonna just keep going. So I'm gonna figure it out. Think of another thing that we learned this year. Um, don't remain complacent. I'll say, like, if you're, if you do get a win, if you do get a win, and you do like push towards something, and you finally like see a dub, you wanna make sure that you're in a position as to where you're thinking about the next dub, right? Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you don't want to you don't want to be known as the individual that bask in the glory. You want to be the person that like they ask, how does he keep doing this? How does she keep doing this? How come this person keeps finding a way to up themselves? Like, this person, who are they trying to prove it to? And you will know inside that it's you you're trying to prove it to. You're trying to be a better version of yourself. But maybe to the outside mind, they might not come across like that. They'll be like, damn, like this person's energy is different, But whole time it's really just again you observing yourself and knowing that you can outdo what you've already done. Because if you've done something once, why can't you do it again? Or why can't you replicate it even better? For me, I think the people that there's an artist I listen to out here in the DMV, Cardi Years, and he always say, "Shit don't stop, people do." Right? Shit don't stop, people do. And that saying for me, that's a fact. That's a fact. What that nigga said, like because when you really look into that, like everything around you, no matter what, whether you're here or you're not here, you could be in a coma, you could be up, you could be in a depressed episode, you could be, having your way. The world gonna keep going around you, and people are gonna be successful around you, and people are gonna be broke around you. Are you gonna stop or are you gonna keep going? Because if you decide to stop, now you're in a place where you don't let the world get to you. Whereas you could push yourself even further and shock yourself. Because realistically, the me that I was in the beginning of the year is not the me that I am today, going into the next year in a few hours, in about an hour, in about 30 minutes probably now. I say the me before was a little more timid. The me before didn't have the experiences that I had even in this year, right? So knowing that, how am I going to use that to make the me for next year better? I'm gonna take heed. I'm gonna lock in on those patterns that I was supposed to understand. I'm not gonna be complacent. I'm gonna push myself. I'm gonna respect everything that was given to me on the basis of opportunity. That's what I'm gonna do next year. And for real, like I'm not gonna lie. It could look like it's up. It could look like it's down. As long as you show up as the best version of yourself, for real, like no bullshit, like for real, like you like, all right, yeah, I may feel like this, and yeah, this is stacked up against me, and yeah, I can't do this, but at the end of the day, I have faith that if I tackle this as hard as I can, I'm gonna make something shake. You feel me? That's how we going into the next year, you know? Like at the end of the day, you got one of these to live. You may believe that you have a lot of these to live. I know for me, I'm gonna learn as much as I can so that, the future me's can like it can be easy. Excuse me. And I think it's brave what I'm doing, right? Because a lot of artists in my spot, right? I believe I'm an artist that is in my cocoon right now, but I'm about to like spread my wings and see new heights, right? That's where I feel I am. A lot of people in my position would be backtracking to erase everything, you know, so that they can look or like create this image. I'm keeping everything up, Slim. There's old videos of me that go against how I look right now. There's videos of me, if you search up like Musa Health Foundation, you'll see my health foundation that I did when I was in college. And you will see, bro, I was a square in that video. Oh my God. I was a square ass nigga in that video. Like, the nigga in that video was a square, and that's not even a bad thing. Like I was very educated. I was 20, 21 years old, but like you hear me, like you hear the square in me at that time, you know. And that was an Akeem that did not go through a lot of experiences, but being where I'm at now, tasting what I've tasted now, seeing what I've seen now, shit, the me now versus the me when I was even 20, doing stuff like that. Nigga, the me now crushed me the me now would crush the me of before. And that's all I care about. That's what I measure myself by. The me now has to be better than the me before. Whether the accomplishments that I was doing before, whether they were better or not, I don't care. But I'm just saying the me today currently, I better be able to beat that nigga ass from before. You feel me? And that's what we gotta understand. Time ain't real for me. I don't believe in time. That makes you age fast when you worry about time. For me, it's about the season and how you move within that season. Time ain't shit, bro. Nigga, I look like I'm still 16, 15, 17. Nigga, I'm 24. I look good, though. You hear me? Check the face card. It will never decline. I promise you that. Every other card can decline. I'm not tripping. That face card, though, when I walk in, man, what? That shit, billionaire. You hear me? What that nigga, Davido say? Fire, fire. Doom, 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 doom. And love to Burna Boy and Wizkid too. Before y'all start getting your panties in the twist, I like all y'all, bro. I like Rema. I like all y'all. Black Bones, Say, bro. I fuck with all y'all, bro. All you guys are my motivation. All you guys on my lay. But let me tell y'all this: out of all the names that I said on my lay, out of out of all of y'all, on my lay is probably the biggest inspiration. And I'll say that on the live going into the next year. Ellen Benson too. Because those two niggas, bro. Them niggas are doing it right, bro. All you other ones, bro, y'all like fighting too much. Y'all shut the fuck up. All right, everybody know Afro beats is the wave. Everybody know that everybody's gonna think that they're the best. Okay, Burna Boy's supposed to think Burna Boy's the best. Rema's supposed to think he's the best. Davido, Wizkid, they're all supposed to think they're the best. Okay, but none of y'all are men Akeem. Man Akeem has entered the chat. 2025, I'm coming for y'all though. I'm not gonna lie, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. But anyway, that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to encourage going into the next year, doing everything. I'm coming for y'all. Just so you know, don't think because I'm dropping all these rap songs that it's not still up with y'all, bro. I'm still, you hear me? And this is just a friendly competition. You hear me? Y'all know who's talking right now, and you know, you hear me? You guys know what's up, bro. We coming, and that's a respectful tip. You know what I mean? Like for me to even be talking to you guys like that, it means I respect what you guys are doing. You understand? I didn't gave you a section in the video. You hear me? But just know it's coming. You know, a lot of time and effort has come into this. I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of suffering has played out into this. You understand? Preparing me, shaping me to be what I gotta be, so that when it come, it's gonna make sense. Nigga, you know what the shit? Just being out here in the DMV, you know what it's done for me. Being out like for real, being out here, like not just oh I'm in the DMV, no, but being outside, like really being out here, like for real. Do you know what that's done for me? The way it's humbled me. You know, I'm seeing reality for what it is. So that being said, you gotta go into the new year understanding everything that you went through beforehand. That was for you to stand on your 10 toes with strength, with dignity. The only way you do that is if you go through shit. You have to go through shit. And when you're going through this shit, lay in your bed. Don't be mad. Don't make life hard for people around you. Don't be like me and go into a cocoon and not talk to people. That's bad. Don't be like me. Me, what? I back myself into a wall, and that's not healthy. And I'm putting that in the video so that the me in the future, I'll be proud of myself to know that I'm not on that no more. You understand? But the me today, yeah, I go into the cocoon. You hear me? Dungeon, dungeon. But anyway, I rather that than be negative or be around people and be a negative. Nah. For me, I rather fix what I gotta fix while I'm by myself, while I have that grace to be by myself. Because in the future, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be different. You know. So I'm grateful to now be in a point where what I'm saying I could be dolo and really think and feel my way through every emotion that I have to get through. Because I want to be a light when it's time. I want to be a light. I don't want to be displaying my insecurities, you know, when I should be trying to inspire the next person to be better than me. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to have ego, but we're all coming into this life and using these bodies. We're doing that so we can learn. That's the main objective of this life shit is to learn. Learn how to be one with your environment and learn how to be of use to your environment. You understand? And it's not about money. You can be of use to your environment with nothing. It's how you carry it. It's how you carry it. It's how you carry it. When you carry it a certain way, people gonna feel that. People gonna understand. They're gonna respect you. They're gonna know what it is. And don't think that you being slighted or pushed or any man of any substance has to face drawback and has to get poked at. If you are a bear, there's gonna be a little creature or critter that is gonna come and try to poke you and run away and get away with it. Sometimes you might have to bite down on that nigga and snap his neck real quick, and make that nigga some calorie intake on some quick shit just to let them know, like, yo, I'm still a bear. But for the most part, you're above that entity. You don't gotta worry about that. So put that into your actual life for day to day. Let's say you have people, places, or like energies just trying to make you feel something that you don't want to feel, or like poking at you, for a reaction. At the end of the day, bro, if you know you don't need to scoop there, then don't reach down. You might have to sometimes to let a nigga know. Sometimes you gotta put in a nigga face, you hear me? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas, like, for real. Like, hello. But for the most part, shout out to Kilo. But for the most part, bruh, this shit not that hard, bruh. It's hard, like, don't get it twisted. We going through it, but at the same time, we're thriving mentally. We thrive mentally. And that confidence for us to thrive mentally comes from understanding what we done already seen in life and appreciating it for what it was, uh, taking in the patterns, and now being able to show up as your full self. Just be aware in the moment, bro. Like, come down to earth. Come back down to earth. Come back down to earth and understand yourself. Understand what it is that you are. Be true, and man, be proud of yourself. You still breathing. You still here. Kicking game. Doing a good job at it too. I think you started re doing the videos like June maybe. If I'm remembering correctly, I think it was mid this year, you know? Now we have 500 subscribers. You said you wanted to be at 1,000, so you came up short about 500, but at the end of the day, the next 500 could come. It comes with you being consistent. Yes, I am talking to myself. It comes with you being consistent. Yes, I am, and it's not weird. It comes with you being consistent. It comes with you pushing yourself and sticking to the original plan. And that did not involve you looking for subscribers or, any of that. The original plan is for you to get on here, kick game, and help somebody that needs it, so because I know I be needing it. I'm a consumer of a lot of this content, this self-help content, and da-da-da-da. So I'm thinking to myself, I might as well speak on what I know in my life, because if I can listen to a regular individual, which are all of these people that I'm watching, then I could be that regular individual that inspires somebody else as well. I'm already doing it in other avenues in life, so why not try to incorporate it with the image that I'm putting out with my music? So for me, I benefit from putting these, videos up and these recordings up. It's training me to be, a better me. It's training me to articulate myself better. I get to practice, I'm posting it, you know, and not all of them are going to make sense. There's a lot of videos on here that my ego wants to delete because it's like, oh, you look like a pussy. But at the same time, right? At the same time, if I just keep them up, I benefit more because y'all get to see a real human being go through the ropes, you know? And y'all get to see a human being like be vulnerable to the highest degree, being themselves. And the most important out of the three that I just mentioned was the last one, which is being yourself. You know, you're not going to be the same person all the time. Everyone always says that, like, oh, yeah, I'm the same every. No, nigga. Different scenarios and situations will bring out different versions of you. And at the end of the day, you're either going to embrace that or you're going to fight it and try to be a weirdo, you know? I'm the same everywhere. You can't be the same everywhere. Can't be. So, um, I'm really happy with this. Let me read some of these comments. Uh, oh, it's 11. It's 11. It's 11:30. In 30 minutes, it's gonna be New Year's. I'm probably end the live before that, but hey man, I really just wanted to get on here and say, Happy New Year. Thank you guys for the wonderful like 6 months that we've been doing this, these lives. Uh, I'm really proud, and I'm proud because I wasn't the most consistent, but I was still very consistent. You know, we put out about 130 videos in this Kimu Walks playlist, and then there's another playlist called Man Hakeem Cookups, and that one has maybe 6 videos where we made either beats or songs. I'm hoping we get to a place where we can start recording again and recording the lives while we're recording and making music and beats and stuff like that, and just continue what we started. Bro, my passion is never going to change. Like, I really like to create. I believe that that's what I'm really on this realm for, is to try to create as many good things of use in this world. And it's not always making sense. It's not the most frugal thing to do to say you want to be a creator. But I just know that all of the people in my life that I looked up to, the big people in this world, man, all of them have similar stories, you know? And a lot of them were late bloomers, man. Some of these people didn't get their breaks until they was 40 plus. I don't believe that that's my walk. I believe that I will be successful earlier. This is me being confident. I might be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. So that being said, like, I just want to be in the best position as to where I can give respect as much as I can to those that are in the game that I'm trying to be in, and give respect to those, that walk the walk that I'm walking right now. The path of a creator. That shit, man. There's some people, they never get their recognition, or they never get any sort of like good job. And for me, I'm okay with that. I've that was one of the first things that I had to be okay with, was understanding that you're like, you may never get that, oh man, you're really good, you know, the one that you want in your head. But I know in real life, right? I've met people and they've told me, oh man, you're really good. So who am I to not say that that's enough? You know, our ego wants more all the time. But if I were to go tomorrow, I know that like I did my, I did, I'm doing what I like. I'm doing it well. And at the same time, I know that I'm inspiring people around me. Nobody tells me. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like, nobody was nobody. Well, no, okay, stop. Don't use negatives like that. It's not that nobody has said it. People say good job, but I'm saying like, you may never get the recognition that you feel you deserve, but that's not why you're doing it. You're not doing it for recognition. One of the best rappers from Philly, his name is Gilly the Kid. Niggas know him for a podcast. If you really know about the Philly area, he's been doing films, movies with Tiz. You understand? Like, a lot of the comedians coming up, they all replicate him, Gilly, because he's one of the funniest guys from Philly too. But these, like, if you know his story, like more and more, like if you're from that area, Delaware, Philly, all that area, you will know that this is a nigga that's been grinding. He didn't stop at the rap. He was doing films in his hood, in his trenches. He was doing real movies. You understand? So like, that's a creator. That's a real creator. But the thing that he probably would say he's the best at, which was the music, he didn't even get recognition for like that. I mean, he signed with Young Money and did it. He probably wrote a few Wayne songs. I ain't knocking you, Gil. I ain't knocking. I believe it. Come on, I hear your flow, and I hear Wheezy. Come on, we know everybody got writers, but I'm just saying, like, the path of a creator is the most scariest path you can select in this life, because you're you face the most judgment and critique and um microaggressions and all those type of things. You face a lot of bullshit when you say I am a creator. But you also receive the most blessing because if you're okay and if you can weather that storm of the microaggressions and all that dumb stuff and you can get to the other side, you have a way of sharing your journey in ways that people just can't fathom. They're not going to understand how you do it, you know? So always be proud, push yourself, and, bro, choose the path of a creator, man. Create something. Find something that you can make from scratch and create it and be proud of it once you do, you know? And if it's something you care about, get better at it every day. That path is fulfilling for me, you know? I might be struggling right now, but I'm fulfilled, man. I wake up, I go to sleep, I'm happy because I know that I'm not tripping in my head. The world don't gotta see it yet. I know what it is already. I'm walking the path that I'm supposed to walk. You feel me? And I'm saying that with full confidence. I let my nuts hang anywhere I go. Trust me, they hang. I don't got. You hear me? We not. I'm not stressed. We're gonna face it for what it is, and we're gonna get to the other side. And once we get to the other side, it's even better. You understand? And I'm saying, man, just appreciate the journey because the journey at the end of the day, man, the journey is what you appreciate. And again, I haven't seen the other side, so I can't be like, oh, on the other side, it's this. Nigga, I'm still Moses that was in trouble for the anger, you know, but I'm on my second walk this time, so hopefully I contained it enough so that I can see the promised land on this walk. You hear me? Man, time. Mansa, Musa, Mansa, Musa. You hear me? So that's all I gotta say, man. This has been your boy, man. I keep moving. I'm over here stuttering on my words and shit. I'm about to step outside and we're going to outer space. You hear me? So thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the live. I think we are now at 500 subscribers. So in the next few months, let's get to 1,000. You hear me?